And back with Vampyr. Fortunately, the save file was not corrupted. I did poke around a little bit to make sure of that. We've since learned that Mary's body has been discovered, which Jonathan murdered her, despite his protestations. The responsible adult thing would be, well, go to the funeral. We're not going to do that for a little while. We're instead going to talk to everyone and see if I can solve all their problems, just for XP. That, and I need to do it sooner or later, and this is as good a time as any. So there's a couple people here who are varying degrees of sick. We're going to go fix that. Anemia, I think I have cures for most of these. I don't have one for migraine. Fatigue, I'm going to get one for Thomas here, who should be around the corner. I think I need to get some more stuff for more cures, which I don't think I have right now. I think I need to buy them. I've upgraded the bonking stick to bonk a bit harder.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Check out.
Do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
Well,
as long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Well, that's unfortunate. Personal questions.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I'm going to say France.
I don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
Probably
You
better
were an
to leave with
officer,
that.
weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Yeah, fair point.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
I'm going to say most of his face is gone.
The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Chemical weapon.
Who is treating you?
Probably his nerves are damaged.
Someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Not a happy person. No more hints. We're unfortunately done for now.
Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
Simpletons, these nurses.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Let's see.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton?
I'm pretty sure he's a
I
priest.
can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
They're
That's
talking
a
about
very
this
strange
quite
question,
open.
Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Probably just an issue of belief in it, rather.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
If
you
he's
made friends
mobile at
since
this
you
point,
arrived?
he
Not
just
really,
needs rest.
But I recognise Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Admittedly, I can understand not wanting to talk with her.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the
Clay
assistance of
ain't
Lillian
wearing
Booth
anymore.
Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Well, Clay is definitely not going to be coming back.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Fair point on his end.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just
Could
a
be
man
both.
trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
I think we've asked him all his questions.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Some of these open up investigations. If I talk with her, I'm bashing her skull in. This glimmered.
Daily routine.
Garlic and wooden stakes. I have no idea who left it there, but
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
let's see.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
This is
Not
going
well.
to be a very long talky
Milton, the
session,
ambulance
so
driver is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
I can see. Yeah, the pathing is clearly screwing with Miss Hallcraft here.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
New hint.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay, the pathing seems to have fixed
How long
Miss
have you been
Hawthorne,
a nurse?
Hallcroft.
For long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Yeah,
You're
fair
right.
point.
When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How would you
Situation.
describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever.
It doesn't need
Even the
to.
Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I
Just a
wish I could
third of
believe
Europe,
you.
that's all.
But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
It's not
You
that bad.
must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No anyone has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Okay, we're done there. Personal questions. No hints.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, did she need any medicine? No. He's cured. Doc. These two, I don't know if I have anything for them. Let's see. Who else to pester? You're slightly weird, but...
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I would not let her be walking around, but...
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Crazy. I don't think this is going anywhere.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I like that he's really sarcastic with her. I think I've exhausted most of her dialogue. Still not looking at me. Nothing here.
How are things here?
Bad.
Good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
I don't think we're going anywhere with that line of questioning just yet.
Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, we got a hint from Milton, who's wandering around. You.
Good evening.
I swear there's a quest involving you.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Personal questions, hint required.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll
Yeah,
go even
a hint.
further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Curious what he's doing there. I have a hint now. Okay, I don't have a hint.
Goodbye.
Well.
Tibbets.
I do not, in fact, have a hint with him, so, that's...
Good evening, Nurse Brown.
It's still
Good
her.
evening, Doctor.
No.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I should have checked first, but oh well. I'm gonna go steal from here. Glass vials, need for cures. There's Milton. He wasn't there a moment ago.
Perhaps so.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Personal questions.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as
Fair point.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
I don't have any more for him.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, that'd be pretty miserable. I think that's it for now. So we had a little bit more XP. Ooh, I saw something shimmer. Mine, opium.
Safer here than anywhere else.
Anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. It's Lady Ashbury. I think the other two are at the stairs. This is going to be a very talky episode where I like fill in the blanks for like all the people I'm missing. Okay, which one of you had what? Cold and a migraine. Newton has the cold. Okay. You I can fix, the other guy I cannot.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, I've got that fear in London now.
Medicine?
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
There you go. Personal questions. I think this is just going to be dead ending for a while.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital.
He's
As a
there.
former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
That sounds like a quest.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
He has a migraine. I don't think I have the formula to cure it just yet. There you are.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Personal questions.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
Probably buried in bodies.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Yeah.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured
We'll be
was
supportive of him,
terrifying.
because why not?
It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing you. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
I thought so. There we go. This would have been very illegal at this point in history.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire
Support
your
him.
honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
There we are. Did that one. Let's just click. Oh, that's right. There's still something there tagged.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Okay, as he steps into place. So we have a bit more XP just from talking to people. I might be able to get another skill relatively soon, but probably not. But this, let's see, I can't do anything for him. I'll go for him for treatment for fatigue, unless I spend it on him instead. Probably Dyson. Goodbye. Oh, there's one up there. Level 13. I think I can take him now. Oh, you're appearing. Whoop, wrong button. I would target. Bonk. I wonder if I should hit them the third time rather than eat, but we'll find out. Gotcha. Crunch. Yeah, the combat system still sucks, but like, I seem to be having a better time of it now. So, that's that. We should be getting close. I wish this map scrolled, I really do. So, going down there, into the docks. I think this is the right way. I'll find out. Surprise! Oh. Crunch! I can occasionally pull that parry off. I don't think I actually needed that, but there you go. Money. This is sort of fun killing them after they terrorize me for a while. I think this is the correct way to go for the rest of the people. I'm going to try and tag like all the people I haven't talked to yet. So are you, Splat. Loot. Do you not have anything on you? Yeah. Okay. Clove Essence. I'd like to find upgrade parts for my bonking stick, but I have a feeling that's not going to happen. Ooh, I can now put a modification on it. Tartrate. I think I can make my cold cure now. So cross the bridge. That should be a non-combat area. We'll find out. I think I'm going to need to put points into stamina just because there's a few times I run out in the middle.
Stupid beast! Can you?
Haha, parried. Bonk. Oh, I didn't actually stun him. Okay. Fine. I'll eat you anyway. That didn't kill him. Yeah. I know there's something I can take that make like the bite do a bit more damage, but like, is it really worth it? Yeah, you're always going to regen a bit of stamina while you're biting someone, so. Across the way for the hideout. Somebody went splat. Rogue Scarl. There's one behind me. I parried that. Man. I got away with that, but I didn't get away with the parry, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, but as you notice, like when I fight these guys, I don't actually get any XP for it. Annoying. So maybe I can't parry that, I can just smack them through it. Yeah, the upgrade on the boinking stick for the next one is 80 more points of damage. Is really useful. That is obnoxious. Try my ultimate and see what it does. Bonk. Bonk. Ah. Ah. That is irritating, because sometimes it works, sometimes I can knock out of it, and sometimes I can't. This is going to be one of those, the camera doesn't want to cooperate with me. The combat is... Yeah, like, I don't know how they play tested this and thought this was acceptable, because like the camera just likes to randomly attack things. It doesn't auto-target like it should. You can swing over someone's head and it just doesn't register. So, let's try this again. Thank you, that's what I wanted to do. Break. It does. I'm probably going to lose the quest simply because it's not targeting like I should. Well, didn't mean to that second swing. Bonk. Need to refresh all my resources. That should have hit, but didn't. Parried. Okay, now we're going to try that again. Drag them out here. What is that clicking noise? I dodged that. Does it say where that Save the old man by defeating the skulls. It should be over there. I'm pretty sure I failed one earlier. I need to actually walk up to him and not just stomp. Ah! Really? I have it on camera that working in the past and suddenly it doesn't. So I know there's a fight coming up. Okay, got him this time.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Cure for blindness. 20 shillings. Quite a lot. Target, target, target. Should eliminate one of them, I'm hoping. Okay, he's mostly dead. Okay, I got one of them. Thank you. If you can eliminate one of them, it makes this a lot easier. Okay, that counted as me killing them first. So, yeah, it doesn't like multiple enemies, and if it has to like jump between them, it doesn't work at all.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Ah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen.
Priwen, that's how you
Whatever
pronounce
these
it.
thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I
He looks
wasn't
drunk.
specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy. I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang.
I may have
So
killed
I
him.
decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Goodbye. He looks drunk to me. Well, that's normal. Anything in here? Silver mirror. That should technically hurt Jonathan and not show his reflection, but I'm sure it will anyway. I'm not Pembroke. Okay, he's there. Well, I'll probably be wrapping this set up shortly. We've gained some XP. We've helped some people. I'm pretty sure that one person in the past set that was in a abandoned building that was being attacked by vampires. I'm pretty sure he's dead because there's a person showing up dead is in the White Hat Chapel. This is considered Pembroke Hospital. Okay, that's when it says docks right here. Okay, anybody around here? Doesn't look like it. Wait, where was the hideout? Across that way? Oh, I remember this place. And Jonathan does not maneuver terribly well when he comes out of the mini-map area. House dock. I remember this area. Okay, this is a non-combat area. Let's go introduce ourselves and meet people.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite.
Ah, see,
I'm Dr.
he's going
Reed.
to be a
I'd
wonderful
like to ask
person.
you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Lovely chap. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
If he's going to be unpleasant.
Hatred. A wave of bitter death to drown and purge our sea in wrath.
Cheerful fellow. He has a cold. I don't feel like treating him. So how many people are in the docks I need to go through? Burn. These are together. These might be a gang people. Who are you? Another person I need to be cheerful and introduce myself to. Hi.
Hello, boy.
Boy.
Hello.
He has white hair.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
That's a lie, Jonathan.
No,
Don't do that.
It's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home. You're sleeping rough.
Homelessness,
No.
Jonathan.
I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
Be careful.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
He does not look young at all. Okay. I've got...
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Yeah, this is going to be slightly overrun, but this is now a good time to get to that hideout. It's behind me. Somewhere up here. It's Dyson. I think he's relieving himself, so I'm going to ignore him. Okay, I sort of remember this area now. Actually, I may as well give him his cure for fatigue. Sorry for interrupting you.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
There we go.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
I got an achievement. Oh, Hippocratic Oath. Heal 10 people. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Yeah, I have a pointless achievement that I'm going to completely ignore. Anybody else in here? No. So we're done. Fortunately, he didn't see me doing that. I don't think the game allows it. Or even cares. So let's see if we can craft anything further. I think we have one more for... I want to keep at least one of each. Codeine. Have any more? Okay. I'm going to worry about that. So we can have decreased stamina consumption or 3 more stun points. I'm going to go with the stamina consumption being down. Because, that weapon does hurt a bit when trying to swing it. Or at least on stamina. So, do I want to level up? No. The game does a pretty decent job of auto-saving. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here. We've auto-saved recently, so... Yeah, that'll be it for this particular set. We haven't accomplished much other than go around and actually being a doctor. We've introduced ourselves to a few more people. So I want to get all of these people filled in. There's still a whole bunch here I haven't seen. Clay Cox is dead. Ha ha ha. Migraine, I don't have the cure for that. I need to go back and fix him. Fatigue. Do I really want to... I'll cure him purely for the XP and then eat him later. Yeah, this is the guy. I'm pretty sure this is the guy I failed to save. I need to come back into Whitechapel and really start helping out here, because if it falls into hostile, you just no longer are capable of accessing the area, and all these people leave, and it'll cut out all the quests and such. Don't know where this is at yet. Docks. Yeah, everything has fallen to stable, so I need to like really work on bringing all this up for it. So not much has happened, but I hope everyone's enjoyed the little backstory into this game. So what does he have? Anemia. I think I might have treatment for that. Yay. So that does not look like a kid. Does this look like a kid to anyone? No, this looks like a very old man. I've fortunately gotten a little bit off of him. But hopefully everyone's enjoyed this little set, so until next time, bye.